Brazil. Greetings to you all in the matchless name of Jesus Christ. I consider it my privilege and joy to stand here after a long time, after a long break. One point of time that I thought I wouldn't make it here again for several reasons and stuff. And then I realized God has a great plan in our life. Amen. More than we think, And I thank Pastor and all my brothers and sisters here for your constant encouragement in my life that I really value, your valuable inputs in my life. Shall we turn our attention to Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. Can one of you read that verse?
So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them.
It's a great verse from the Bible. God created man in his image. Probably some of you might have come across a current movie, Bohemian Rhapsody. You might have heard about that movie, and I was curious about the person probably last year. Then I was reading some of his documentary about his life last year, and I realized Freddie Mercury was born in South Africa, I think one of the African countries. That they moved to India, and he spent his younger days in India. Then they moved to Europe, and he became a rock star while he was in Europe, and he was part of the great rock music troupe Ckca. And one point of time, then he became so famous, and he grabbed the limelight, and he became so famous, and everybody in the world came to know about him. And he died at the age of 43 of AIDS. And I was thinking what happened with his life. While during a concert in London, you can watch that in the YouTube, he lifted his hand with a diamond-studded glove. Then he proclaimed, "Devil helped me so far," or "Devil gifted me this glove." And another, his famous Bohemian Rhapsody, the song says, "Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me." That was a line. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. He always thought in his life the devil helped him all his success. Whatever he achieved in his life, it is because of devil. And all the success he grabbed in his life, it's all gifted by devil. No matter what happened in his life, is everything gifted or done by devil. That's what he thought all through his life. And it's another famous song. It goes like this: "Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pull my trigger, now he's dead." So he's so famous, and what happened with his life in one point of time. And the image that we think about Freddie, we get a different image. I'm here nobody to judge his life. That was his personal life. But I observed that the image Freddie had was so vivid, and what happened with his life. So we often forget the fact that we are created in his image. The moment we realize we created in his image, everything started to change in our life. The moment we think that we are created in his image, we look inward in our life, that we realize we are no more an ordinary person in our life. We are something that God created uniquely in this world. And we look at the other people who are sitting near to us, our brothers and sisters. The moment we realize the fact that they are created in his image, our perceptions start to change. Our outward looks start to change, that we realize they are created in his image. We look people so differently the moment we perceive they are created in his image. My favorite quote from C.S. Lewis: "There are no ordinary people. You have never met a mere mortal being in this world. We are not ordinary people because God has created us in his image. That we have unique image that was from God." When we go through the Genesis account, we can see God willed the light, land, sea, and heavenly bodies into existence. God expressed the idea and it took shape. Whenever creation account moves from the inanimate matter to life, however, a startling change in the pattern occurred. I'm talking a little bit from the Old Testament and hope Shirley Ma'am would okay that. God does not say, let there be grass on earth. Or God doesn't say, let there be creatures that have life in the water. Instead, He involves what He has already created in bringing forward the life. God always used the pre-creation into responsibility of corporation to accomplish His purpose. When we talk about the creation account, when God created man, there are two Greek words. Most of the biblical translation they use. The first word is bara, which means create. The other word is asa, which means make. There's a clear distinction of two words. When God created man, there's an exclusive activity of God. The bara shows an exclusive activity of God, where the other word make doesn't include the exclusive activity of God. When God created man, He had an exclusive purpose behind the creation of man. He put His all effort when He was creating man. When He was creating the other aspects or the other material aspects of the other world being, He never put His exclusive effort in the creation. But when God created man, He put His exclusive effort while creating man. That's what we sing, how great Thou art, Amen. How great Thou art. When we see all the stars and the beautiful sky and the trees around us, we amazed by His creation. We sing, how great Thou art, how great Thou art. William Blake, a great poet, in his poem Tiger, he says, Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. What kind of divine being could have created it? He was wondering, what immortal hand or eye could frame this beautiful animal? Because God's creation is always beautiful. And the moment we think we are created in His image, everything going to change in our life. Which means we are nobody. We are somebody in the sight of God. We are somebody in the sight of God. We have certain value and confidence in our life. We have certain self-worth in our life. The moment we think we are created in His image, if anybody come and tell you, you are nobody, you have no value in your life. We are somebody because God created Amen. In His image. We possess that image of God in our life. That's a greater confidence a Christian ever have in his life, because we are created in His image. No, we live in a postmodern society. Our kids go to the school. They have a lot of challenges in their life. I know the fact that you have a lot of peer pressure when you go to school, when you go to colleges, and a lot of people question your faith. And often we come to the church and we sing, we worship. But at the same time, we have a lot of doubts in our mind about our faith. We have a lot of questions arise in our mind about our faith. Even though we come to church and worship and be involved in every activity, still there are questions always in our mind. But the moment we realize the fact He created us in His image, everything vanishes away. We have a greater hope and we have a greater faith in Him, because we believe He created us in His face. Can you read Psalms chapter 8, verse 5 and 6? Here Psalmist says, you have made Him a little lower than God, and you have crowned with glory and majesty. You make Him a rule over the worlds of your hand. So God created us little lower than God, little lower than the angels. So we have the greatest hope in God. Whatever challenges we go through in our life, whatever struggles that we go through in our life, we always have a greater hope that we are created in His image. And Christ is a great human. He ever walked on this face of the earth. And Hebrew chapter verse 1-3 says, and he is the radiance of his glory and the exact representation of his nature, and upholds all things by the word of his power, when he made purification of sins. And in Hebrew it shows Christ is the radiance of God's glory and exact image of God. And we can follow him in our life. You know, especially the world that we live in today, especially the youth, we don't have any models in our life to follow. You know, years back, we had a lot of people that we can say we can follow them because we had a great life in front of us. At current world, you cannot see anyone whom we can follow. But Bible shows Christ, the one whom we can follow, because he is the exact representation of God's image and who walked on the face of the earth. And he overcame even the death. So if Christ could even overcome the death, so we can also overcome all the struggles in our life, because we are created in his image. May God bless you.
Amen.